Hey there, I'm Douglas from Draftbit. In today's video, we're diving into the text component. This is one of the most commonly used components in app development. It's the go-to for displaying text on the screen and comes packed with features to customize how your text looks and behaves. In this tutorial, we'll cover how to style the text component, configuration and advanced properties using dynamic values with text component, features like truncating text and inline text editing. By the end of this video, you'll be ready to use the text component effectively in your projects. Let's get started. To add the text component, go to the component picker, click add, and search for text component. Once the text component is added, it'll display a placeholder text. And the first thing that we want to do, we want to click the text component, go to the data tab, and here we'll be able to change this. And for now, I'm just going to say hello world. And our text changes. So let's go ahead to our device preview, click web preview. Then we're going to see how it looks like. And there you go. We have our text that says hello world. And inside Draftbit, we can make this a variable name, thereby making this dynamic. And to do that, we delete this. Then we put double curly braces. And inside here, I'm just going to say title. And once I click outside, a variable name called title gets created. And in here, I can assign whatever value that I want to. So in here, I'm just going to have a static value that says hello world. And we have the same effect. Next, let's dive into styling this text component. So let's head over to the styles. And the most important styling inside of a text component is the typography. And the first thing that we have is the font. Before we play around with the font, let's make our text bigger. So we come here on size, then I'm just going to make it 36 points. And now we can see our text better. Let's head back to font. This property allows you to choose the font used for the text. You can select from a wide range of fonts available in Draftbit. So let's click, and then these are all the fonts that are available inside Draftbit. As you can see, you have a lot of fonts to choose from. And for me, I'm just going to choose this one. And as you can see, the font changes. It's that simple. Then up next, we have size. So the size property determines the size of the text. You can set it to specific values like what we did. Then up next, we have letter spacing. So this is the space in between each letter. So we can have it be like 10, for example. And as you can see, we now have more space. Then we have line height. So this is the height on each line. Then up next, we have color. So this property controls the color of the text. You can set it to a static color or a dynamic color if you so choose. So right now, I'm just going to have it be primary color. Then we have align. So the align property lets you adjust the text alignment within its container. It can be on the left, it can be in the center, it can be on the right. So now let's put it on the right. And as you can see, the text goes to the right side. We can have it be in the center. And we can have it be on the left. Up next, we have transform. This property allows you to apply text transformation like uppercase, lowercase, capitalizing the first letter of each word. It's useful for adjusting the case of the text without needing to change the source content. So we don't need to come here and make this hello world into capital letters. We can just come here, go on text transformation, then click this uppercase. You're going to notice the text transforms to uppercase. We can do this here. This capitalizes the first letter of each word. And then here, this puts it to lowercase. We have text decoration. The text decoration property lets you apply styles like underline, line through, or overline to the text. This is commonly used for highlighting specific words. So for example, if I want to underline this text, I'll just click the underline. Then the text gets underlined. Or I can strike through the text. It gets crossed out. Next, let's explore the config tab. This allows you to customize the behavior of the text component. And first, we have component name. Component name lets you rename the component for easy identification inside of the component tree. So think of a situation where you have lots of text components inside your application. You might want to give this a unique name so that you can identify which text component you are referring to. Then we have disabled. This property is used for testing purposes and specifies whether the text component is disabled. So this is just for testing purposes, and you can disable this component. Then up next, we have truncate text. I've gone ahead and updated my text so that I can show you this example. So what truncate means, this option determines how text is displayed when it exceeds the maximum number of lines. You can choose from head. So if we come here onto the drop down, we have head, middle, tail, and clip. And I'm going to show you how each one tries to deal with the problem of having too much text on the screen. And remember, this works hand in hand with maximum number of lines. And as you can see, right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can say I want maximum number of lines to be 1. And now, as you can see, by default, it clips it at the end, right? So by default, it clips this at the end. So this is called an ellipsis, these 3 dots. So it clips our text at the end. But I can say I want to clip the text at the head. And this is going to clip the text at the beginning. And as you can see, it clips the text at the beginning. And here I can say I want to clip the text in the middle. It's going to clip the text in the middle. So you can see the first word and you can see the last word. So it clips it in the middle. Then tail, it clips it at the end of the text. Then finally, we have clip. So this prevents the text from being drawn beyond the container without adding an ellipsis. So this one, it still clips the text in a way, but it's not showing those 3 dots in the end. As you can see, we don't get the 3 dots. Now, let's take a look at the advanced properties in the text component. So if you want to further customize your text component, this is where you need to look at. Let's go to the advanced properties. And first, we have adjust font size to fit. This property automatically scales down the font size to fit within the available space. It's useful when you have limited space, right? So if we have limited space in the parent container, it's going to try to adjust itself to fit that container. So if we say adjust the font size to fit the container, to showcase this, I need to create a view. Then I'm going to make this view very, very small. So I'm going to go to styles. And on width, I'm just going to make this view 10. Then height, I'm going to make this view 10. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the text inside this small view and see if it adjusts the font size. Okay, maybe that was too small. So let's do 50. Yeah, so I ended up with a height of 20 points. And then the width, I just made it 100%. And as you can see, our text is now very, very tiny. So it adjusted to fill the space. So that's what this adjust font size to fit does. Then up next, we have allow font scaling. So when enabled, this property adjusts the font size based on the user accessibility settings, ensuring that the text remains eligible for users with different font screen sizes. So this one, I won't be able to test it out. So in your phone, if you go to settings and you've specified a certain font size, we're just saying that this application should respect that. It shouldn't try to override that. Then up next, we have data detector type. So this property allows you to automatically detect specific types of data in the text and turn them into clickable URLs. Maybe in your text, you have an example.com. So if we have this on, and it's going to try and detect. So if you put it to phone number, it's going to allow you to click that phone number and automatically go to your phone dialing pad. Then if you have this be like an email, it's going to automatically detect that this is an email. Then, when you click the email, it's going to go open like Gmail or whatever provider you use. And then it's going to allow you to send that email. So this is where that happens. Up next, we have selectable. This allows users to select the text in the component, enabling a person to be able to copy and paste. So right now, we're not able to select. So I'm trying to select this text. I'm not able to do that. If I come here and I say selectable, now I can copy the text. As you can see, we're now able to copy this text. And lastly, we have text break strategy. This property controls how text breaks when it exceeds the container. So this works on Android devices, and you can choose between simple, right? So this breaks the text at the word boundaries. You can choose high quality. This attempts to break the text in a way that maintains readability and visual appeal. Then we have balanced. This breaks the text in a balanced manner to ensure better flow and distribution. So this is similar to our truncate feature that we saw, where it's trying to break our text. So this is basically just this, but it's another strategy. To wrap this up, the text component in Draftbit is a versatile tool for displaying text content on your app screens with a wide range of configuration and style properties. You can easily customize the appearance and functionality of the text component to meet your needs. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. And if you have any questions, please drop a comment. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more Draftbit tutorials. See you in the next video.